Ready?
Ready to go.
Okay. All right, guys. This is your inspector. This is Anthony, Chris, and Rob.
Chris and Rob, how you doing, guys? So real quick, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what we did here today at the property. Visual inspection. Obviously, we didn't tear any holes in the walls or any issues of that sort. But at the same time, we were able to test your heating. Everybody's a little sweaty right now.
Yeah, we're all a little sweaty right now.
Turn that on. So AC works great as well, but we went through all the major components of the property. I had a drone that I flew above the property, looked at your roof, took some really neat site shots, and Tom has those actually, so he can send those over, and they will be included in the report. But I'll just jump right into the report. First of all, the property is in terrific condition. For 1973, terrific shape. Very few little minor issues. And you're going to see two different icons on your report. You're going to see a blue circle with an eye, which is just for your own general information. So you're going to have photos of every room of the property, below every sink, aerial images, the exterior, and then any, obviously, of the appliances. Then you're going to see an orange triangle with an exclamation point, any defects we found. Very few. So let me jump right in. Let's see here. We have carbon monoxide smoke detectors throughout the property. I was able to find two different electrical panels you have in this property, one in the back, I believe it's the master area, and then you have a secondary sub panel that's mounted directly on the side of your furnace, which is actually a heat pump because there's no gas in this property. It does two things: it cools as well as it heats. Okay. So just be aware, and we're experiencing it right now. If you ever try to transition from heat to cool or cool to heat, it's going to take about maybe 5 to 10 minutes to transition, and it does that to prevent damage to your unit. Water pressure of the entire property was right about 70 pounds. We want to see between 60 and 80 pounds per square inch, so that's terrific. I also identified the main shutoff for both your unit as well as the unit below you, and it's directly downstairs. Tom was nice enough to show me that, and you'll see a photo of that in the report. Your water heater is located in the master bedroom or bathroom, excuse me.
And that's also where that electrical panel
Yes,
is.
that is correct. Okay. And there's a little closet. There's Christmas trees and things in there right now, so I had to move those aside. But it is an electric water heater. It's over 20 years old. I believe it looks right around 1993. We had hot water at all of the fixtures. I didn't see any issues with corrosion on the tank, but it is getting up there in age. So you might want to think about that over the next couple of years. Before you have an issue, maybe replace it. Let's see. Recommend
since there's no gas, I know they had asked about this.
Yes.
They were talking about maybe an electrical on-demand kind of system.
Sure.
But I had mentioned to them that I wasn't entirely sure that would give you a real bang for your buck, because electrical's not as good as the gas.
That's correct, because the other, like a tankless, would be considered like it's a flash furnace is really how it works. On the electric side, I've seen them on countertops for sinks, say for hot coffee or tea. I don't know and I've seen on demand for showers. We're talking small showers, not an entire property. So I would think an electrical, the type that you have, it's a 40 gallon. To be honest with you, I know the technology has grown leaps and bounds since 1993. So I would definitely probably just contact a plumber. And out here in the desert, it's very common to see all electrical appliances. So they're going to steer you definitely in the right direction.
Okay.
The air conditioning, it was pulling in 82 degrees and then putting out 61, anywhere between 57 and 61 degrees, which is incredible because right now it's about 107 degrees outside, and it's working extremely well, and it's finally kicked back on, and I think we all can agree it's feeling nice.
I'm still a little schwitzy here, but okay.
So the condenser actually sits on the roof. I had my drone up there and I took some photos of the condenser for you. The way that the unit actually faces the southern sky where the data plate is, I can't read any of the information. Now, just going off of a hunch, the unit downstairs, which is the actual furnace or the heat pump in the closet here, is a Lennox. They're the exact same model, like sister units. So I'm assuming they're the same year when they replaced them, and that's right around 2006. So that's terrific. They're in great shape. They're working terrific. Kitchen space, everything tests properly here in the kitchen. The only issue I had of this is the kitchen sink faucet handle. I know I'm being a little ridiculous, but it needs to be tightened up. So very basic, no leaks, no damage below the sink. And if it's gonna break, I want it to break today. So what I mean by that is I ran everything pretty hard. So bathtubs, showers, sinks, all at the same time, and flushing toilets. And I couldn't get anything to back up. And we all got to see that together. Let's see, laundry. I actually ran your dryer and your washing machine through a cycle, no problems whatsoever. Main hall bathroom. Toilets tied to the floor, drains are functional, everything is operational. You have ground fault circuit interrupters, which are the little red and black button outlets. So that's for a safety purpose. So you have both of the, you have one in the master and one in the hall. The only issue I did see in the hall bathroom is the cold water handle on the sink was extremely loose and it did not turn on. They had the valve off below. So that usually tells me that there's probably a leak in that handle, so they just shut it off. So that would be my biggest concern with the whole house. And we were talking about, I mean, you're talking 30, 40 bucks to have, you know, just to replace it. A plumber does it, he charges you 100. You know, it's really simple. I actually took photos of every room in the property to show you the state that it's in today. And we did have some, we all kind of talked about this. There's some drywall seams that are exposed. And Mark, if you can kind of swing around, up in this area here, I'm not sure if it's coming up on the,
Yeah, you can see.
you know, and you can see these lines, and these are strictly seams. So, and they're throughout. And we kind of talked about this home had an acoustic ceiling at one point, and they've scraped the ceiling. And what happens is you get a little bit of movement, and these seams start to pop. So they are nice and straight and square, and that tells me that it's the edge of the sheets of drywall. So you could always have a professional painter come through, and they can retexture and, you know, sand, and they would go away. It's just I didn't see. We tested the area for moisture. It's dry. I don't see any issues with that. With that being said, that is everything that I found on this home. Very, very clean property. I mean, Mark can attest to the homes that we've seen, and he always usually has really nice properties, but for the age, it is in terrific shape. Good. So I will be sending over the report in the next few minutes. Please, if there's any questions, concerns, my information's all over the report. You can reach right out to me. And that is it. So
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it.